I am about to cross the Nelson Mandela Bridge. And actually, it's about 7:30 in the morning here. Nothing's open. But wanted to spend some time by myself. I'm here with my sisters, and we travel every year to some great part of the world. But this trip is a tad bit different because it is at the start of a great transition that I am about to embark on. For the last 4 or 5 years, I've taken some really big risks in my life, all because I realize life is fleeting. Life is so short, and you really just have to go for it. And so I am so nervous about this next season of my life. I have jumped from the plane with no parachute, but they say you build the parachute on your way down. And every area in my life, every experience, every professional experience, every opportunity is kind of coming together in this moment. I was on the line with one of my good brothers, Sean Blanchard, and he asked me, what value do you bring to the table? And sometimes when we face challenges, when we face difficulty, we forget all that we were able to accomplish. We forget the many obstacles that we already came over. And we forget the value that we bring to the table. Each and every day that you hustle and that you win, you're adding value. And the most detrimental part, or the greatest threat that you could ever face, is not recognizing that value and your value. And so we sat for a few moments and talked about the things that I've been able to accomplish over the years with the help of so many great people, and all the many ways that people reach out to me for advice, and many ways I've been able to help people. And I began to really take inventory of my value and how it's not just one lane, and how it's multiple lanes of service, of consultancy, of spiritual advice. I mean, the list goes on. And then I began to think about the many ways that I have been able to help people win and help people realize their value and what that means. And so over the last few weeks, I've just been running into people who really know their value and have been successful in helping people realize their value, and have left the 9-to-5 market. I mean, these people were working big corporate jobs, VPs, executive VPs, senior chiefs, and said that wasn't enough. They took a leap, and now they're winning. And so I have a number of projects on the horizon. As many of you know, my book will be coming out soon. Here, finishing things up with that, and then we'll be working with the publishing. But also looking at ways that I can use my value to help someone grow and build their value, and what that means. Because I'm good at it, people win, and for the longest time, I have been doing it for free because I want people to win. I want people to exceed. When my crew succeeds, I succeed. And many of those people, and actually, this has actually been me for years, right? As many of you know, I tell this story about no broke friends and how me and my roommates in college really came together and helped each other grow and helped each other build. And, when I was down, they helped me up. When they were down, I helped them up. And now we're all successful. When I needed to get back in college, Kevin started a campaign called FAMU Here We Come, and everybody raised money to get me back in college. I got back in college, got on my feet. He wanted to go to law school, didn't have the money to pay for the LSAT course. I paid for it. I think it was like $1,200. Didn't expect any of the money back. Now he is an amazing attorney, has an amazing family, and does most of my legal work for little to no cost. Became the attorney for my organization, Be Me Community. And when one of my other roommates, Javar, needed a car, I sold him my car at almost nothing and started riding the bike everywhere. People noticed what I was doing. Somebody sold me a Mercedes at half the cost. Car was in great condition. So I'm not surprised. This has been me. And folks who sit under me, even for just a little bit, always end up flourishing and winning. And so now how can I take that and help others in a more broader perspective? Those who are just not my friends, but people who are wanting to work in spaces of entrepreneurship, social entrepreneurship, business, nonprofit, ministry, youth development. What can I do to help them? And that's something that I'm working on and trying to figure out. And I'm just super excited about it. Like, God is so strategic. The universe is so just on point with everything. Like, you can't outgive the universe. You can't go faster than the universe. Like, everything happens in its strategic time. And no, everything's not mapped out. I have absolutely no clue what the future holds. But what I do know is that it has some great things in store, because I have been planning and I have been working and I have been seeding, and I've built up an amazing network of people and friends and family who want to see me win. I'm so excited to be able to be on these journeys with my siblings and allowing them to witness my faith unfold and witness me just jumping out there. So many people have written to me and messaged me about how my act of faith with acting, thank you, just encouraged them to take a leap of faith, right? Picked up and moved to Los Angeles on the whim of that's what my spirit told me to do. And so I woke up the other morning and I called one of my little cousins. Well, she's not so little anymore, but she's still my little cousin, Kiera, in New York. And we talked about some things that we'll be working on together and how we've all come so far and how we all have the hustle. And it's just a blessing to be able to win with your crew and win with your team. And every time that I think that I got it, the universe comes and switch it up. And I'm happy about that. I'm excited because I'm going up an elevation, so I'm kind of trying to catch my breath in the midst of all of this. But it's a great thing because my life is not a one-track life. And I thought that maybe it was me being unsettled or me not having discipline and can't stay on one track. But I realize there's so much in me, so much energy, so much creativity, so much destiny, so much purpose. And with everything I do, I touch people with love, light, and laughter. And I am excited to do that no matter what I am doing, whether it was in business, accounting, youth, ministry, entrepreneurship. I touch people with love, light, and laughter. And I know that my calling is great. I feel it, I see it. It's been confirmed in so many different parts and areas of my life. And that's why there's great tribulation at some points and great testing at some points. And I know that the dots are being connected. And when I look back on the things that I worried about or was concerned about, I will laugh and laugh loudly. But just wanted to document this moment, this feeling that I'm having right now as I am in South Africa, as I am embarking on a new journey, as I am in a place, and I know that when I get to Soweto, that the pressure will be even greater because the Lord is able to do some amazing things what people would discard and consider not valuable. You know, I know the story of Nelson Mandela, but to be here, to live it, like to see all of these beautiful African people, South African people thriving, winning, entrepreneurs, family men, authors, investors. Like I've met so many amazing people here, and it's just I was an advocate for Africa, baby. Now being here, oh yeah. Everyone needs to make this pilgrimage. Everyone needs to make this journey. And I mean, make it now. Plan for it now. Your next vacation needs to be somewhere in Africa. And that is all peoples, not just black people. Mainly black people. I need my black people here. But everyone needs to make a trip to appreciate our origin, appreciate where we all came from, appreciate the genius that is our humanity. The love here is great. The people are wonderful, beautiful, and I'm going to come back to the States totally renewed, similar or even greater than I was renewed in Thailand. And I'm going to hit the ground running with such an urgency and such a zeal that it might be off-putting to some. But guess what? That's not my problem. That's not my concern. That's not my worry. That's not even my care. I've been here a couple days with a bro that I met online, and we spent a few moments engaging and communicating, and he has this amazing t-shirt line. His name's Billionaire PA, and I first bought one of his shirts so long ago. I Speak Dreams into Existence. Everybody loved that shirt. I started buying it and gifting it to people, and just an amazing guy. He lives in LA. I live in LA. I never thought to connect Just was not it wasn't time to connect. And so my bro Nehemiah Davis in Philly was like, hey, you need to connect with these three people in when you get to South Africa. So Billionaire PA was one, and then Kevin, who it's just been amazing, was the other. And although we were here leisurely, he was here leisurely and working business. And in the car rides to the Lion Safari, and the car ride to the restaurant, being on the rooftop restaurant, just talking, chilling, he was still in work mode. And just watching him hustle, watching him work the room was so powerful. He has a zeal that is next to none. He has a zeal that is reminiscent of my bro Nehemiah, of my bro Sean, and so many other entrepreneurs who are out there hustling, building, teaching, growing. And so watching that firsthand was so encouraging, because I think that is the one thing I was lacking in this area in of business and entrepreneurship that I'm trying to grow. Most things have come easily or through a connection, or people have seen my work and they've called me. I'm working with an artist, doing some things in Florida. That came through another connection. So most of my connections have come through somebody saying, you need to work with Ben. But never has the opportunity or the urgency been so great that I need to get out there and hustle like I watched my brother hustle over these last couple of days. So I am super, super excited about the future. I'm super, super excited about what the future holds. And I am encouraging you, if you're still watching, to really go after whatever you are trying to go after. Whatever you are trying to do, I need you to go after it with such a zeal and an urgency that you almost can't operate and breathe without it. I'll give you an example. Here in Cape Town, Global Citizens is happening. Everybody's going to be here. Oprah. Rihanna's supposed to be a surprise guest. Beyonce, Usher, WizKid. All these amazing folks in support celebration of Nelson Mandela and Global Citizens and just humanitarianism. And I got 2 tickets from somebody on Beyonce's team, and I needed one more. And so kind of gave up on it, didn't think too much about it. So I go to a safari, I get on the bus, and everybody on the bus is from Philly. It's crazy. We didn't know each other. And so the girls from Philly was like, oh, I just gave away like 4 tickets. I didn't have anybody to give them to. I was like, darn, missed an opportunity. And she was like, yeah, I went on Twitter and asked somebody who wants a ticket and just gave it away. And I was like, oh, wow, why didn't I reach out to the social networks? So jumped on Twitter, jumped on Facebook, jumped on Instagram, saw messages about tickets, and I'm communicating with people. I'm going after it. I mean, this is at like 5, 6 in the morning. I woke up with this thought, and I went after it until I got what I wanted. Now, if I can put all that energy in going after some tickets to see another human being, what more could I do to go after the things that will benefit me and benefit the people that are connected to me? Whatever you want to do, whatever you're going after, you have to go after it with such an urgency, with such a zeal that 1, you don't care what people think or say. 2, your life depends on it. Your future depends on it. Things are just not going to come and drop in your lap. You've got to put some work into it. I prayed, Lord, let it be so. If it's supposed to be, we're supposed to be here. We're here. Let it be that we have a good time. After that prayer, some work was required. And so we see a lot. We know a lot. We believe a lot. But if we don't put the work behind it, if we don't put the energy behind it, if we don't put the zeal behind it, it will not come to pass. Nobody should be working for you harder than you. Nobody should be believing for you harder than you. And no one should have more confidence in you than you. You are responsible for your future. You are responsible for your happiness. You are responsible for your peace of mind. And you are responsible for your success. No one else. Not your spouse, not your children, not your parents. You. Yeah, the world's a crappy place. Yeah, there's obstacles. Yeah, things are not fair. Yeah, other people had a leg up. But what are you going to do? Sit back and complain? Or get up and do some work? Acting has taught me, baby, oh my God. Every moment that you are not hustling, somebody is hustling in your place. Every moment that you are not working, every moment that you are not using your God-given talents that are freely have these gifts been given to you. Every moment you're not using it, somebody else is using it. Somebody else is taking up space. Somebody else is winning. Somebody else is going and grabbing the harvest. Every moment that you're not. And so being in LA, being with a bunch of other hungry folks, being with folks who sit back and complain about the industry not being fair. And listen, the system's rigged against us. That's a given. The question is, what are we going to do about it? And one requires us to get some power, to get some influence, and to put some work behind what we do so that we can create spaces for the people coming behind us. So I'm super excited about this next journey in my life. I'm so glad to be here on the Nelson Mandela Bridge in South Africa, planning out and charting out 2019. God bless you, and may the favor of the Lord and the favor of the universe continue to shine upon you. Blessings.